I'll just go and blow my nose and come back.
Go on.
Where's this? Not yet. Oh, fuck off. Professional as always. Welcome to Dykes Mann. It's normally the best show ever on a Thursday, except today it's on a Wednesday. We've called it Flat Earth just to get the fucking just to get in the algorithm. Fuck them, they might come over here, the weirdos. I haven't sorted the lighting out. Give me a second. You're lucky I wasn't naked when you went live there.
What the fuck? I just touched buttons on my light and all of a sudden I've gone weird jaundicey looking. But thanks for tuning in, guys, ladies and gents, boys and girls. That's your podcast for the week. See you next week. Bye.
Yeah, see you later. Bye. And big shout out to the boss man himself, Mr. Matt Napo. He's at work, isn't he? He's like a little school kid going into New York every day.
Yeah, he's riding that fucking surfing the subway, and he's on top of the train, man. He's doing his fucking thing.
I like the double brick action you got there with my fake wall here.
Yeah,
and I've got this camera's gone at a weird angle, so I've got to move.
I know.
Put this container.
Constantly playing around with just different areas now. Figured out what I like better. So yeah, this is a bit different. That's good.
I do not want to drink, but I have a beer. It's the only one I have. So this is going to be Hair of the Dog in a bit. Oh, cheers, man.
Stella toi.
Cheers.
There we go, brothers. Shit.
Nice. There we go. Obviously, listen. It's quite obvious I had a couple of beers at this gig last night, right? And afterwards, it's quite obvious. So yeah, I went off on Twitter. I don't even know, just talking all kinds of shit and laying in the fucking road. You know, it happens.
Yeah. Well, why? Any purpose? You just thought, fuck it, I need to lie down.
Well, it's quiet. I thought it'd be funny on the video, and I was drunk.
It was funny. It was highly amusing to see when I fucking woke up this morning. I thought that's pretty cool.
Kevin, you missed more than 4 hours of Flat Earth, Zach and this Dave guy.
Kev,
I think it's great because Napo would have called him a retard and just quit the show, right? And then had a stroke and left. But this guy kept on talking. The comment section was great. I only caught bits and bobs. I might go and watch some of it, but it gives me a headache. They're all like, I didn't realize how religious they all are.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very cult. Like, you know, it's very like cultish, like extreme. And I always sort of knew that, but it wasn't until today, being in the chat room, right, just reading the comments, it was very fucking bizarre. So you don't believe in the creator? Ooh.
Yeah, it's like two cults. It's two cults, isn't it? You've got to have the flat earth and the Christianity side. I would have just switched to God stuff. I haven't got that kind of patience. In general, I don't know why Napo talks about it so much, although there's a good show out of it now, because I don't even care. I don't care if you believe in flat earth. And it doesn't affect me. I don't care. Go and believe away. Don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me about it.
Believe your thing is absolutely fucking wild. That's what someone said in the comments. They were like, "Oh, you're struggling to let go of your ball." I was like, "It makes no odds to me. Flat, round, I don't care,
dude. I don't care if it is flat. I don't care.
It makes no odds." As a logical, free-thinking person, if someone said, "Like, here's definitive evidence that it's flat," I'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm hungry now. I'm gonna get a sandwich." It wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I'd be like, "Oh, it'd probably take me a while to think. Oh shit, that's fucking bizarre."
Yeah, it just surprised me how religious. And now I'm sure within the flat earth, I'm sure there are divisions and cults. Maybe some are really religious and some aren't. But this lot we're in today, because someone said, "Oh, you don't believe in the creator," and this other guy replied to him, "Like, how dare you say I don't believe in the true believer?" I made a couple of notes. This guy called Chad commented, "Get that fucking family out the background." This guy called Chad commented, "Sorry, family. See you Saturday." This guy called Chad commented, and he's like, "Gravity isn't a fact. Gravity isn't a law. It's a theory, and a bad one at." So I just said, "Well, gravity is doing a pretty good job at pulling your chins down." And Zach thought he directed at him at first, but as you got this guy Chad, and his chins are like down here, worse than my January jowls.
Big old chin.
So
yeah, I did see the that comment, and I thought you was like referencing Zach for some reason. I was like, you haven't got big chins.
No.
Okay, makes sense now. Right. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, I was trying to make some more notes on that. But that's about it. I know we've sort of pretended this is about flat Earth, and YouTube it is. We're not faking it, but that's it. Zach did a fantastic job today. So I clicked on it for 30 seconds at a time. I couldn't watch it. I was busy. I was getting a headache from the other guy. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Just let them talk, because it's clear that that guy's grifting by selling his $12 app. It's a grift. In UFO. I'm kind of into UFOs, right? Although I'm kind of waving all over the place. That can get very culty as well. And there are people in there that are grifting and selling apps and meditation apps and all this kind of stuff. It's like they're the grifters.
Yeah, everyone's trying to make a buck. Yeah, it's fucking what it comes down to.
I got no problem. Like if it's like a YouTube channel making money or whatever, that's different. I think because you're making a show. But when you're selling a meditation app for $30 in the UFO guy or $12 to watch these videos, and some guy it costs more than $3 per user to make. And Zach rightly said he claims to have millions of followers, and he probably has.
Yeah,
it cost him $3 million just to front up this website. That's not true. That's definitely not true.
Yeah. No fucking way. No fucking way.
For $3 million, he could just make like a pretty good looking low budget film. That's what I would do for that money. Just hire a special effects team. And
didn't he make a low budget film or something, which apparently made Dog fucking angry to not take the sweetest deal of the century?
Kevin's doing adult. He does do adult stuff from time to time. Yeah, it does. Yeah, me too. I was super busy today on tons of different stuff, and I couldn't. I would normally I'd listen to it in the background, but it would just give me a fucking headache today. Not Zach. It just thinking about there are that many people that think it's true.
Yeah.
And I just put them in the same category as Christians. I don't. Do you know what I mean? They're just people who believe in something that's weird. That's probably not true.
Yeah. I just for a perfect time to use it as well. I was working, but I couldn't help myself. I was gravitated towards the conversation in the chat. It was just fucking wild.
Yeah, and I enjoyed. I see why, because I enjoyed that last half hour that I was in there. It's just like, what are you doing? Some guy goes, money has no value. It's like, give me yours then, and I'll have the no value.
Yeah. So I commented. I said, value is the only thing money actually has. That's the only purpose of money, is to have value. That's what it is. But yeah, send it over. We'll fucking spend it.
Yeah, and they say you don't have to buy the $12 option, but if he gets, let's say, $103, he's going to want 20 of those people to pay the $12. That's how it works.
Oh, of course.
Which is fine, because when we start doing a Patreon, there'll be a similar thing, but you'll get stuff out of it. You'll get extra content.
Yeah.
And we will do a Patreon, and I will have a Patreon on the Last Rites. But I mean, not talking out of school, what I'm thinking for the Last Rites is when I get a certain level of subscribers, then it's kind of fair, and you're likely to get some. Asking for money when I've got like 55 subscribers is, I don't think. Wait till I've got a few hundred, and then I'll go. You can pay me, and I'll give you extra shit.
Yeah, you need a few hundred subs before you can fucking start jumping on the.
Then you can get some, and also it's fair, I think, as well. It's like, oh yeah, we're actually doing something that a few people listen to, and if you want some extra stuff, give us a couple of quid a month, and it'll keep us in coffee. Not asking for a bank.
Get some headphones a sec.
Yeah, James is going to get some headphones, primarily so he can probably ignore his family. I like all the bricks that we just did this by Hive Mind. We didn't even talk about this. Although mine is just sagging and it's held up by weird photo albums and stuff. So there we go. Low budget CGI. Yeah, I'd love to make a movie, But Segura was saying they filmed something privately and they've spent probably millions. I don't know what it is yet. It's some project. But yeah, as soon as you start making a TV show or a movie, the costs will go up and up and up. You can budget, but those costs will go up and up and up. And Louis C.K. said the same thing about his movie. Yeah, they just get more and more expensive every day. But
I'll just use these ones. Fuck it.
Okay.
You're off to CK tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah? Is that what you're just saying?
No. I was talking about like I'd make a film if I had a couple of million, but then they just get more and more expensive. Tom Segura's just filmed something private. I don't know what it is, like a movie or something that he's funded. But he said, yeah, it's cost. He said he wanted, say, X amount, say $1 million. the guy said, "Yeah, we can do it." And then you start making it, and it costs 1, 2. You know, the costs just go through the fucking roof for stuff you can't plan, like special effects and whatever. Louis C.K. said the same thing about his movie. That he invested. It costs a certain amount, and there's a scene that he cut out with Luis Gomez punching through a windscreen in it. But he said we couldn't afford a fake windscreen, so he punched through a real one and cut his hand and everything. And there was a cop on set making sure they weren't doing anything like that. It's all health and safety. But they did it anyway and lied to them and said it was fake glass, and it wasn't. But then they cut the scene anyway. But he said we couldn't afford to spend any more money. It's like it's pushed past the budget. And if you film in like a city, if you go 1 second over your allotted time, you've then got to pay all the crew overtime. The money just starts going through the roof. So you've got to pay for everything, permits to film, all that kind of shit. So yeah, I'd love to make something one day, but I don't know.
Pretty cool. Go if you're gonna have someone to punch a glass, a car window. Gomez is probably the guy to go to. Yeah, he's probably got like form on that kind of shit.
So they've released a scene somewhere. It's a fantasy scene with Joe List. He's like a nervous guy, and he's kind of playing himself. And he sees these two brown-skinned guys on the corner and starts getting nervous. And in his head, they come over and attack the car.
Yeah,
they don't really. It's just like he's just being a bit racist, but you know,
just a smidge. Hey.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Feel bad for him.
Yeah, that one's great. I think, they spent like 40 or 50 grand on that video, the dancing video. It was like a slapback. And then he stabs him at the end. They actually got, they CGI'd his face onto a fat guy. It's really brutal at the end. Then he just stabs him like 20 times. It's decent.
Fucking hell.
Well, it's not really feeling bad for rich people, but if you're going to make something, it's budgeted, right? It's like a business. It's not feeling bad for him. It's just saying it happens. And if I went to make a movie and I thought I could do it for $1 million, and it's soon 2 million, and I'm in debt and have to, suck dick down the docks.
How many, films over the last few decades have been in the same position, right? Where they've had like a budget, and it just gets to a point where they just fucking are like, just keep going because we've got this great thing. Like, which I think it was Francis Ford Coppola was the same, wasn't he? When he was doing Apocalypse Now, they were just going over budget, over.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't been able to do it. And Brando fucked him as well by being a fat, lazy piece of shit. But they wouldn't do it now. You can't. Everything's fucking.
You wouldn't get away with that. Yeah.
There's a bit of leeway in it, like a few percent. And they just get a bad reputation of overspending. You can ruin a film director's career if you keep doing that. You go over budget.
Yeah, I suppose if you're filming Apocalypse Now, where were they? They were in the Philippines when they filmed it or some shit. I think it was the Philippines they filmed it.
It's probably a nightmare to film.
You can't just go there and shut production down. It's not like in a fucking studio in Hollywood. It's
and he had a good reputation, so they put the studio probably bankrolled it and stuff. But it's I know Brando just turned up fat with ginger hair.
Yeah, he turned up fat. He had the fucking. Well, I don't know what the fuck he did because apparently I was watching like a making of the film. So Brando rocks up, obviously just dressed in black because he was fat and he didn't like the way he looks. He wore black, and he was sitting down with Coppola. They were talking about the script, and as Brando was basically talking to Francis Ford Coppola, Marlon Brando was folding his script up, and he made a hat out of it. Just made a fucking hat and put on his head, and basically just said, "Yeah, I'm just going to improvise." And it was like, okay. Because he wasn't famous for like learning lines, right? Brando, he used to have later on he had like an earpiece in, but he was like famous for having lines put up all over the fucking studio, and he would just figure out where the camera was going to be, put his lines up, and he'd fucking read it that way,
Yeah, it's all relative though, Kevin, and screw rich people. I used to be like that, by the way. I used to fucking hate anyone with money, and I used to think if you earn a certain amount, you must be just fine. And I'm earning good now for me, and I'm not fine at all. What's rich? Are you richer than me? That's the philosophy, Kelly. You're richer than me. Yeah, there's people who are fucking starving. There are people who've got way too much money. But what's too much money? I wouldn't mind being rich. I played the Euro Millions to try and win 173 million last week. Of course I did, because I'm a fucking idiot. But that's the kind of money I want. About 150 milli is that's what I need to live my
150
life.
is a good fucking number. I like that. That's a good number. I've always just said 100 mil, but, you know.
It used to be like I want to be a millionaire, but a million's fuck all now. That'll be gone. So you need at least 10. I'll take 10, but 150, I think that's a great number.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
To aim for.
I fucking would. Yeah, but I think if I was a gambling guy and I was in the casino and they were like, you've got £1 million, this is fucking yours, or you can fucking gamble that for 150 mil. I don't know if I would. I wouldn't fucking do it. I'd just take the million and go.
Yeah, I agree with you
without fucking question.
Yeah, £1 million is a year with a bad job hat. Yeah, and if I had got £1 million when I was 21, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I would have bought all the cocaine in the world, all the beer in the world, all the back then Jack Daniels in the world, because fucking moron.
Yeah.
And I'd just be dead. I would have had a great probably 4 to 6 months. The second 6 months probably wouldn't be great. I'd think they were great, but they wouldn't be. And then that's it. I'd die.
Yeah, because you wouldn't just be doing drinking drugs, right? Because you'd be taking home a new fucking bird every night. You'd be going to a nightclub. You'd be picking up fucking anything. You'd be paying
flying private everywhere.
Yeah, it'd be the whole fucking shebang. You know, it wouldn't just be drinking and drugs. It'd be partying. You'd be renting out lots.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be fucking 6 months to a year. You'd be like having the fucking creditors in the door. You owe us money. So the fuck, I'm a fucking millionaire.
Feel myself fading away. And then you got the trillionaires, the Arabian trillionaires that aren't even any on these lists. Their kids come over to London, they'll buy a Lamborghini and just leave it here because it costs money to ship it back. It's a pain in the ass. So why not just leave it? You race around for a week and just fucking give it away.
Oh, it's fucking madness.
They're I was reading about some of the women they'll come over from these hardcore countries, go shopping in Harrods and Bond Street, buy all these beautiful dresses and stuff, and then they just leave them in the hotel rooms when they leave.
Yeah,
they can't wear them in Qatar.
Yeah, because they'd
got to keep covered up, right?
Faces sliced up. Yeah, different worlds, absolutely different worlds. There's a guy I used to work with. Where was he from? Gambia. He's from Gambia. Him and his family, between them, they purchased a hotel in Gambia. It was a bit of a fixer-upper, but anyway. And he said one time he went to Gambia in the airport, there was just a shit ton of cars. I mean, the best cars, Maseratis, fucking Porsche, Mercs, Ferrari, the works. Basically, the Gambian prime minister at that time, he was basically being ousted, and his cars were being ready to fucking get shipped onto a plane and just go to wherever he was staying.
Yeah.
Just wild.
I just leaned up to take a fart into the microphone, but I didn't shit myself.
Oh, cool. Nice. I thought you'd
I'm gonna I'm sure you already have done, Kelly, but if you haven't given us a share, I'll give us a share as well. On
share, but can you imagine having that much money? You've got a shit ton of cars you can afford to get on a ship out on a cargo plane to wherever you're staying.
Sorry, I'm going to admit I got distracted loading up Twitter there. What did you say?
No, I just say imagine having that much money whereby you've practically been ousted from your own country, but you have enough money to take all your private cars to an airport and pay the money to get them transported on a cargo plane to your new address. It's just fucking.
Yeah, I saw one the other day. I mean, you never know. You're assuming, right? But I saw an orange Lamborghini racing down London the other day, with a man from a certain part of the world driving it.
Yeah, yeah. You automatically assume, I know what you're saying, and rightly so. They stop and search, as the Met should be doing.
I don't know. I think those rich lads don't get. I think they get left alone. One of them came over and did some raping, didn't he? And just got left. He just fled the country. He's like, nah, not dealing with this situation.
Yeah. No, I don't know. If there's a couple of celebrities that have been on chat shows and stuff, and they've been spotted driving fancy cars and pulled over, and then the police have said, well, we've got reports of a man matching your identity driving a very similar car because this car's famously connected to the underworld, from linked to men of your color, let's say, and they just like, yeah, we'll pull you and search you.
No, it definitely does go on. Yeah, you did DM me a pic, Kevin. I'll just bring that up. I was hoping it'd be really rough or something. I think I'm always wary about sharing DMs, but it's
what's his DM now? Is he DMing
Mustang?
Shrooms?
Baby Mustang, baby. There
Oh,
we go. That is pretty cool.
Oh.
That's the kind of ride you should go around if you're just going to go around killing cops.
Yeah.
Just being cool, just being a cool dude, drinking while driving, firing a gun in the air through the roof.
Is that a Shelby? Is it that called?
It's a 71 Mustang Mach 1. There we go. Boom.
Beautiful, baby. Nice. Kev, if you had to pick one thing, what would you keep? Your Mustang or your motorhome? If you had to pick one now.
I think he's going to choose the motorhome because you're getting, activity and life out of it.
Yeah. Oh man, that guy's living the fucking dream. He gets batches of mushrooms on tap.
I'm not really a car. When I was a kid, I remember like the Jaguar XJ220 came out, and it was a road supercar, and they had it on display in my hometown, and it's phenomenal. I would have loved that. And then the Aston Martin DB9 later. That's the kind of shit I liked. But I've kind of gone off it. If I was a shitload of cash, I wouldn't buy anything like that now. I'd just buy a good, solid. I don't know, Merc or something.
Oh, there's another one. There's another Dream Crusher coming through.
Unbelievable. It's just a disrespect.
It is. It's absolutely disgusting, isn't it? I think, Saturday we need to have a sit down and a word with this bitch.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but I was going to try and get hold of some Dream Crusher t-shirts and stuff.
Just fish them out of the party.
I think I'm going to run out of time. I might be able to do something. If I can get them shipped to your house, maybe I could order them and get them on overnight or something and pay the extra. I might be able to do it. I'll try.
Dream Crusher t-shirts. Jeez, that's what we need, man.
Got to do a family pic with them all on, though.
Yeah, just everyone's head squashed in. Ah, fuck. Say hi, Keel.
Oh, hey.
Brock, clever.
Oh, never mind. Brett Brocken is. He'll be on tonight. Go and check out his Twitch later.
Oh, there you go. Sign up to Twitch, bitch.
Then you'll see Jamie on there giving everyone abuse in the chat when he's had about 100 beers.
Yeah, it is fun when you get going. I haven't jumped on a Brock stream for quite some time. I like and share this shit. I just,
I've only got 4 vehicles, Mr. Planet Killer over here.
Here he is. Here he goes. Had the downside. Dre was looking at it. He was kind of, fuck me.
I could understand 2. You get a fun one and then a utility one that's useful and a fun one. I could understand that. Yeah. 5's insane, you maniac. Screw rich people with 5 cars.
Doing a Walter White, like just buying a brand new fucking sports car and just like ragging on the car park and blowing it up.
Hey, worker bee. Yeah, it's the Flat Moon Show, worker bee. Are you having a nice day? Did you take your packed lunch into work today? Wash behind your ears. Good boy.
Good boy. Did you take fruit in your lunchbox? Did you have apple as well?
Yeah. Don't tell me you just ate the chocolate bar today, Matt. You'll be straight to bed when you come home.
Naughty boy. Speaking of flat moons and stuff, I didn't realize the moon gave off a warming glow. It's you learn something new every day.
Why is the light cold then? Why is it cold?
And then somebody else commented, "It's the moon's not a mirror." He said, "I didn't say it was a mirror. It just reflects sunlight. That's what it does."
It's just yeah. But like I said, the Christianity side of it just really took me by surprise. I got to see. It makes me want to go down a rabbit hole, and that's the problem with it. But I'll end up next Friday. I'll end up listening, guys. I think they're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Satellites, they ain't really satellites. They're just planes flying around the skies.
Like the big thing is the big question that Matt asked us the other week is why though? Why would they tell us it's a disc? What is their answer to that? I assume Zach asked them today. I didn't.
Yeah, they did. And the answer that Dave whatever gave was the same I've heard a couple of times because living in a globe Dave Meth, living in a globe is all about control. You can control people easier in a globe than you can, more so than a flat Earth.
No, you can control them anyway, and I agree. Global control powers and mechanisms, yeah, but you can do that on a disc. It'll be disc control.
Yeah, you can control fucking anywhere. I mean, it's absolute madness.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's people that have all the money, power, and technology that control you. They do that anyway.
Yeah, again, but that's not even a ridiculous conspiracy. That's just like, it's highly plausible, which they do, because I think one of the biggest commodities on the planet now is data, and we've freely given away our data by signing up to Twitter, Facebook, blah 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 blah.
Oh, Alphabet and Amazon and Facebook are they're the most powerful forces on the planet.
Of course they are. Data is fucking king. I think it's going down the route now that data is probably just as powerful as currency.
Well, it is. You are a product. The big thing is, if you get something for free, then you're the product. So if you use Gmail, which I do, they're selling. What do you think they're selling? They're selling all the fucking words out your emails for targeted advertising. My phone, the Chinese have got my entire heart rate, sleeping patterns, fingerprint, everything, weight, everything. I'd have asked them, "Are you a mirror? Because you two are reflecting light. It's literally the only reason we can see your dumb ass." Then explain why colours exist to them. Yeah, but they'll just have an answer for everything. It might not make any sense, but they'll just have an answer. I don't care enough. I'm like, please go forth and believe in the flat Earth. It doesn't affect me. But they do get very aggressive if you just ask a question. It's just like
big time. That's all Zach was doing earlier. He just kept saying, right. Basically, Zach was saying, I don't understand. Can you repeat, please? And that he was being fucking very condescending and like, oh, you don't get this? Okay, I'll try a different way. And the people in the chat are like, yeah, he's not open-minded. No, he is open-minded. He's just trying to, he doesn't believe in flat Earth, but he's trying to make sense of the question, or it's just fucking, like you're not allowed to ask questions.
Your hand is going to evolve into a vaping claw instead of a wanking claw.
No, I'm trying to catch up with Craig, because that's what Craig said last week, wasn't it? His hand is literally.
It's just a new form of blueberry flavored cancer. It's going to be fucking phenomenal.
Definitely, yeah.
Play within the channel. So Zach thought because I went backstage and he brought me on by accident. I said to him, "You got to get off," because we use MindDog StreamYard, so we can only stream one thing at a time, or one show. So that's one reason, and the other reason, Jamie set it up, and he accidentally initially set it to go on MindDog YouTube, and I took it off, but the video's still there because I went over and commented on it. So I don't know, when I took it off, it didn't disappear off YouTube, annoyingly. So Matt, there's a spare live thing there that isn't us. But Napo accidentally broadcast an episode to this channel last month, I think, as well. So it's easy to do. The Chinese know you come way too quick. Listen, and I can make a marathon of it, but yeah, they know an awful lot about me. Included, they probably know when I'm going to have a stroke.
Yeah. Would you reckon they would notify you though as a polite little reminder? Like, Carl, we think
they'll just watch. They're in China, wanking off. Watching me have a stroke
in a live game show.
Yeah, one of them in the chat said money has no value. I was like, well, give it to me then. I'll take the no value.
Take the no value, bitch. Yeah. If money is one thing, it's value. That's it. Like, I love it.
Thought you meant a cock. Oh, you can actually do. Okay, I didn't realize that, but because you had booted us off the birthday one, which was good because we were going 8 hours. But I think for Zach's mental health, he probably needed to wrap that up in under 5 hours. I think he would have stayed there out of politeness for like 9 hours.
Yeah. He's great. We'll get him on this podcast and then get him on Last Rites as well.
Listen, Superman can fly. Yeah. The Hulk gets big. Exactly. I'm in the Avengers.
Yeah, just come quick and then go to fucking bed. That's what we want to do.
Maybe need slippers with smoking. On Saturday, I might hide it.
Yeah. Might go back to smokes on Saturday.
The thing is, I pay I sometimes pay for Pro, and then sometimes I can't be asked to pay it. But I've been changing bank accounts and cards recently because I'm basically a fraudster, and it fucked up and didn't pay for it. So I had the basic one for a week. Now I'm on the middle one. You can go to three. You can go to Twitch or 3 channels, and not have full HD. But I really like the Pro one because you can have full HD and go to shitloads of stuff. So yeah, I need to. It just annoys me sometimes, but I'll pay for it. I don't mind. It's all an investment. It's all an investment because
Of course it is.
I will make money from the internet. God damn it! Even if I have to get my dick out.
A shit ton of cash. Get your dick out or be racist. That brings in viewers apparently. So sweet.
Chilling in the office.
Ooh.
There we go. Yeah, I've got plenty of.
Nice.
Nice. You can get away with it. Save your voice. That sounds good to me. Yeah. So last night I went to. I did a gig that it got postponed from like this early September. But they've done this big renovation. Like it's sort of it's under a pub, but it's a really nice setup. It's got a proper setup down there, and everyone was like, "What if they? Where's the refurb? Everything just looks the same." So I reckon they probably just found asbestos down there or something, and had to
just take the
spend a
asbestos
month pulling it out. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I reckon. That's what I reckon
which
happens.
is fine.
Yeah.
Asbestos. You wouldn't have asbestos in a flat Earth. They will look after their people.
I might do it. I might actually just go there, not on YouTube, but we'll find some sort of platform for it.
Twitch, get Brock the fucking sketcher as well. Sketch
3 Cheese. That was after a night of drinking and the train back, and the fresh air had got me everything. I'd eaten some food at that point, but yeah, I'd had quite a few beers and it not massive amount, but enough to smash me up. There's a pub I always go to before this, but then I found another pub that I just walked past yesterday, and that was really nice. So I've got 2 spots before this one. I'll only do this one like once a month, but it's nice, and it went. I've got a video bit. I think it went all right. And half of it was stuff I wrote yesterday, so I've never done that before.
Oh, nice! There we go.
Just about the Queen. Stuff about the Queen.
Oh, why not? It's still fresh in our minds. It's still an emotional time.
Yeah. But I don't know. But anyway, the gig was fun. I got smashed, met some people, and it was all right. It was all right. I did have to take a pre-Imodium though. But
that's standard pretty much now. Yeah, it's.
Well, I took it, but I didn't. There was some stuff happening before I took it, so I was walking down like the main road near King's Cross, and it caught up with me, and I was in a real problem. And then I had to walk right across the station to the toilets. 10 cubicles, all full, no one moving for 2 minutes. I'm like, this is the problem. So in the end, I went upstairs to the pub in King's Cross, really nice pub, and I finally got in there. Again, both cubicles are full, but someone did come out, and I was in there for a good 10 minutes, just clearing out the stable. So there's my poop update.
Nice. Was it like a bloodless wipe, or was it just a little bit pinky?
Oh no, just stinky and horrible, and I'm sweating. It's all just not good. But then the Imodium's starting to work above it, if that makes sense. And then for the rest of the night, pretty good.
Yeah.
And you get a follow into the next day. I felt good this morning, but then this afternoon I've just been like doing what I needed to do.
Got to be done. Yeah, Imodiums are a godsend. I very rarely got to take Imodiums, but when you got to take them, they are fucking brilliant.
Well, I'm doing it because I know that I'm eating and drinking stuff that I shouldn't be eating and drinking. That's why it's nicer end beers fuck me up, which I love. And I had a Ginster's peppered steak slice, and they fucked me up, and I knew that, and I brought it anyway.
Well, that's your right to do so. But yeah, cheap like things. The thing is, they're not even like a cheap pasty, but the shit in them is just cheap, right? It's just
it's just mush. It's some sort of paste, isn't it? Don't look at it, just eat it. If you look at it, it puts me off.
Big time. Imagine I know a few people who used to work in Peter's Pies. So Peter's Pies, their main factory is just down the road from me, like in Bedwas. It's just like very short distance away. And I know a few people who worked in there, and they said it's just turn them off eating fucking Peter's Pies for life. Just seeing this huge fucking machine grind up wherever it is, and That ain't real meat.
That is not real meat. I've got something I saw on Twitter earlier. I can play this in a second, I think. So Vice did a documentary that took a sympathetic view of, like, I guess, reintegrating sex offenders. I guess like bad ones, not the good kind.
Not the good kind. Yeah.
But there's just this end part of the. Hang on, I'm just going to play this one thing, and then let's bring this in here. This dude.
Oh wow!
Out here in this world, and we all got to make it happen, and ain't nothing stopping me. So, like, I'm very hopeful and confident.
After this interview, Ashif sent a picture of his penis to our producer.
Amazing.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. That's all. I got no judgment on the guy. I just thought that was funny.
A lot of time for that, certainly. Yeah, so he's a sex offender. He's came out and they're trying to do a program on him. He sends his fucking dick over in a picture to the producer of the show.
There we go. Karma has struck. It's the producer's fault, if anything. They shouldn't be making a film about it.
Yeah. What do they expect?
Exactly. That's what I would have expected. If you just said, "What do you expect?" I'd be like, "I think he's going to send a dick pic." In fact, rape might have been the worst thing you think of. So a dick pic,
Yeah, it's kind of
not very good, but
yeah. So they're going to send him back to prison, and he's going to get laughed at. Of all the things you could have done to her, you sent a dick pic, pussy. Oh, poor motherfucker.
Oh god, yeah. So this I'm having this one. It's going down all right. I spent all, when you're just pissed. I woke up this morning spinning, and then all day's been it's been a bit of a struggle. I was munting till about 2:00. Finally had a shower, and I'll just have this one to take the edge off while we have a nice little podcast. So,
got to take the edge off. It's my second beer of the day, so I'm gonna get another one in a few minutes when that one's dead, and then I'll just sip on that one for a bit, and then just finish the night off with a few glasses of wine. Get on with my night.
That's a not drinking night. Is it just a bottle of wine?
There's a couple of glasses of wine. I'll do. I change your plans on Saturday though. I will be drinking spirits though. I'm definitely gonna.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we've got a ton of stuff, so I'm gonna get the vodka out, gonna get the grapefruit juice, the tonics out. We're gonna. Yeah.
I haven't decided what to drink Saturday yet, but whatever, basically. At the moment, I'm supposed to be in town at lunchtime because I'm going to watch a game of football with some people I used to work with. I think that might not even be happening, but I'll go and watch that anyway in Gareth Bale's pub probably, and then so it'll be weird. It'll be weird back in Cardiff. It'll be weird. Come back. I could try and break into my old flat like I did when I went to Southampton, and then with a broken hand, and then some guy punched me in the head because I was pissing all over the stairs inside. Which is fair. And then him and his wife went out for a cigarette, and I went, "I'll see you later." But I was so drunk, I kicked the door in and was pissing everywhere. Not in their flat, but in like the stairs of the.
Yeah.
I knew how to break into the door because when I lived there, even years ago, if you just shouldered it in the right place, it would come open.
You just open it up, yeah. Safe.
Maybe I'll go into my old flat, and if I'm hammered and in Cardiff, it ain't unlikely because I do, stuff like that when I'm drunk. It's like, "Oh, I live here."
Yeah. Asking for your old neighbours, do they still live upstairs?
Yeah, they're gone because the landlord sold the property. And they had till August to get out, but I moved out immediately.
Fucking right.
Because got out there and went to Brazil for 102 days is what I did.
Yeah. You left your home and decided to go to Brazil to see what life's like in Brazil.
So I mean, as my manic tweet the other day, I am currently looking at places in Manchester, but what I might do is not go to. I'm supposed to go to America in 2.5 weeks. I might either move it till later and sort my life out and get somewhere to live, or I was thinking today because I think I can move these flights for pretty much nothing. I could just make it a short trip and just go to New York for a few days and come back, because that way I'm spending less money. And I can still go, or I might just push the whole thing back a couple of months. But then I don't want to go to New York in winter because it'll be cold.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm coming to America just like Eddie Murphy, and I'm as black as Eddie Murphy. So I can say it. I can say it if I want. Never again.
Never again. Yeah. I'm coming to America, bitches.
Yeah, but I'll see. I'm definitely coming, but I've got to the point where I was like, I kind of need a bit of a space. I might at first have to like jump into someone else's place for a while, but I'm gonna look for a nice. I'm looking at some nice places, so I've got a lot of space. So I'll have a podcast set up. I can do all my shit for a bit, and then I'll see how I feel. But yeah, that's the plan at the minute. So I'm thinking about Manchester. I think it'll be good for comedy. It's probably one of the best places for comedy in the UK, and it's a good scene and all that stuff. It's not London's a bit sucky, to be honest, on the whole.
Manchester. Is that
the audiences are cool.
Yeah, is that the only reason for Manchester specifically for the comedy scene, or is it just
yeah, basically? I like that's the only reason I'm making life decisions. I'd just leave a family if I had one. But yeah, that's it's also it is a cool city. Though, to be fair, I've been there 3 times, a couple of times for work years ago, and once for comedy.
Right.
Nice, it's sort of up and coming. They're doing up Salford, which used to be run by the old Docks, used to be really rough, but now it's Media City, so the BBC's there, all the media shit's up there. But nearby is actually it's all being developed, and it's just nice. It's close to the city, so I'll probably live in the Salford area, and it's not that far from London. It's like 3 hours from. Yeah, it's a bit of a distance from Cardiff, but for comedy wise, you've got the city itself, which is good. It's very close to Liverpool. I didn't know how close they were.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. And you can get to like Leeds and Sheffield, but all those places have got good comedy scenes. And Manchester itself have. The audiences are less sucky because, London audiences are getting a bit fucking wanky and easily upset and all that stuff. The North don't give a shit. And then I can still get down to Birmingham, Nottingham, hack on it his way. And yeah, then it makes like London, okay, it's 3 hours. The South Coast would be a nightmare. And Wales, not that I go to Wales much, but yeah, Wales and Bristol was a bit further, but
fucking jeez. Yeah, that'd be cool. Manchester, I'd definitely come to Manchester to see.
It's a good. Well, we should. I tell you, yeah, we come and get up on a gig or something, and then come up and hang and crash.
Yeah, that'd be the plan. Come up, podcast, gig.
It's a great town. It really is. There's some really cool bars in there. I was there on Freedom Day when the first time you could walk to the bar and order a pint after COVID.
Brilliant.
Like last July 21 or something. I was doing a Beat the Frog gong show up there, and I was like, "Can I come to the bar?" He's like, "Yes, you fucking can. Come to the bar." I'm like, "Yes."
Walk up to the fucking bar, maybe. Come on. Remember that one when we were in Cardiff, wasn't we? COVID was still like a thing, but not really a thing. But it was just going back into some form of like lockdown or the other. And we had a few beers in Cardiff, different pubs, no problem. And we went to one bar, didn't we? And they were like, "Where's your app?" I was like, "Oh, what?" Oh, this is
I had my COVID pass, but Jamie did. But the law was stupid. It was like it's basically because in that pub it turns into a bit of a gig. Yeah, it turns into a bit of a gig venue at night. So they've officially got a dance floor. So if it's considered a nightclub. So you needed a pass. This was 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. No one there. There's 3 of us in there, and you just turned away 2 of the customers.
Yeah. There was more bar staff than fucking than customers. It was just fucking weird. But then
a lot of those COVID rules were just fucking silly, to be honest. But it's
kind of like
now, baby.
Throwing a fucking dart, wasn't it, at the board and just going, right, if it lands on here, we're gonna do this today. It's
let's just do it. Let's just do loads of really illogical things. I can't be asked to go into it, but just in a venue and you have to wear a mask here, but if you go here and go here, you can take it off. It's like, well, we're in the same place.
And garden centres were allowed to open as well, which is bizarre in Wales. You could go to a garden centre, but you couldn't go and see your nan or whatever the fuck it was.
Wild times, but it's all fuck it now. Let's get on with life now, should we?
The big life. Oh,
put up to spend time with you. Well, I'm going to look at it this week because it's getting close. So if I'm going to move my flights, I think I get one free move and have to pay the difference, but they'll probably be similar prices. What I might do, Napo, is come out just to New York just for a few days, and then leave it and not do Austin and not do longer in New York. I probably would have zipped around a bit, but I can't. I'm not rich enough to sort out a home and come to America at the same time. So I mean, properly. But yeah, I might push it back till after Christmas.
Yeah, this is where you might have to sort of act like a grown up now and think, I need somewhere to live.
And where I am was supposed to be temporary anyway. The problem with it is there's not a lot of space in this room, basically, and I'm on this old desk. It's really cramped. I've sort of shifted shit around so I can have some other surfaces, but it's not good enough. I need space. I miss having like my two extra monitors and a big desk, and I might be going up next week to look at one place, but it's hard. I'm gonna have to pretend to be a person, because I'm basically gonna get a shared place, but I'll have in this one place is like I'll have the basement, and it's like separate almost. It's like it's separate. Cool. They've made it kind of separate, but it's a big space, and that's just what I need. Just somewhere I can podcast, somewhere I can hang, work. That's not too far from the city and stuff. So, but just till I get on my feet up there, and then I'll look for like a nice little place of my own.
A nice little garden, maybe.
Yeah. But it's a cool place. I love Manchester, and the big thing really is the audiences. They don't give a shit up there. You're gonna get the woke or whatever idiots everywhere, but there's just less of it. The acts not Bristol. The acts are a fucking nightmare. The comedians are a nightmare, let alone the audiences.
But it's more like you said, Northway is more like a working class kind of thing anyway. So it's a bit more.
Well, I was speaking to Dave Flynn about it earlier. It's common sense. They've just got common sense, like more salt of the earth people. Yeah. Right? They're just like, we know you're not being hateful. You're telling a joke.
Yeah, they let shit slide, rather than just fucking taking it too fucking personal.
Yeah, and I don't know the scene or anyone up there, so it'll be like a fresh start as well, like a new.
Good.
And get my feet under the table, and then I'll start a night up there.
The last
running the show, so the last rites indeed, and then always be branding and see what happens up there. But yeah, I'll get my feet under the table, meet everyone, make sure I'm not being a dick, and then you go, Wednesday nights, is it, lads?
Yeah, I know what you mean. She can't come on this gig because she said a bad word, which was okay to say at the time, but now we're going to dig up what she said 2 years ago, and we're going to use that against her.
Yeah, you'd be wild. So yeah, Napo, finalise that. I'll look at the possibility of doing a short trip. I'll have to look at money, and I'll have to look at will it cost me too much to move the flights. Then I'll look at the thing about I want to go to New York in winter because it looks beautiful, but if it snows, you might get snowed in, right? I think you can legit get like snowed in. And I want to be able to move around the city and do gigs and stuff. So we'll see. And yeah, Austin would have been cool. Barbecue would have been cool. Voodoo Donuts, all that stuff, comedy stuff, Altercation. But this means I can submit to Altercation for next year because I didn't have time this year. I might be able to do. And I'm going to submit to Skankfest as well.
Are you going to go Skankfest? I'll be class.
I'm going to submit to perform on there, yeah. So I need to get a good video and all that stuff. So yeah, then it gives me time for a few months. That's the plan. Go and do some of those US festivals. There's that one in Denver, the Skankfest. Saw one in Alaska. There's Altercation. So yeah, those 4 or 5. I'd like to do at least one of them in the next 2 years.
I'll be brilliant. That'd be class. I think Skankfest is definitely something you would prefer over the others. I guess.
And they're really good to new comics. They don't. A lot of festivals charge for submissions. They don't, and they will look at everyone. They'll look at you. But he did give some really good advice of getting a good quality video, professional audio, and all that. So that's what I'm going to try and do over the next year. Record stuff properly, and because if it looks good and sounds good straight away, that's half of it there. It's like because if they're getting a shaky phone video with shit audio, they'll just switch it off. That's the advice Gomez gave, and it's like, it's probably a good thing.
Which is reasonable because the last thing they want to be doing, because they're probably going through thousands of fucking applicants, right? They're probably
so when they're sat there, it's run by Rebecca Trent, who runs the Creek and Cave in Austin, and Big J's girlfriend, Christine, can't remember her second name. They do all that. They book it, and if they turn on a video and it looks shit, they just turn it off.
Yeah, because they're probably thinking if they're not going to put any effort into fucking coming up with some form of decent quality of a 5-10 minute set, then I get it.
Yeah, and it's just a way of cutting down the chaff in it. So that's a big part of it. But I'll work on that over the next year. But yeah, just different new things, different things, and have some fun. That's the deal. And I'm going to try and lose this fucking fat gut I've got hanging over my belt.
Jogging.
I went for a run 3 weeks ago and it fucking hurt my knees. But it did it when I did all that running in January. The first day I did the same, and then the second day it was a bit less. The third day it's less. I've just been lazy. I'm busy.
Yeah, just fucking invest in a cheap treadmill or something. Nothing expensive. Just fucking something you can do.
I don't like treadmills though. I'd rather be outside.
Fresh air.
It's fresh air and it's better exercise as well. And I don't want to. It's noisy and shit inside for the neighbours and that. So I don't know. I'm not really a treadmill fan, but I just need to get off my ass and do it. I do walk quite a lot, but it's not doing it. It's not shifting it enough.
Mm.
And you can eat a sandwich while you're walking, can't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, get a rucksack full of fucking weights or some shit.
I can't eat a curry while I'm running. If I figure out a way. Covered in madras.
Just put it in a blender, and just fucking away you go.
But they do kormas. They do korma flavored baby food. So I guess just like blended curry and rice and stuff.
Yeah. Like RoboCop was eating baby food.
Yeah.
Just on the run.
All I can eat.
Yeah.
It's a retard cop.
Retard cop. Yeah.
But they brought him back, but he's just a retard.
He's
like
just
a metal body.
Retard, yeah. Murphy. What's the shape of the world? Flat.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Huh. Put your dick away, retard cop. Put your big retard dick away, retard cop.
Get that metallic fucking 6-incher away from me. Against your leg, Lewis. Poor bitch.
Exactly. William Conway will be on next week. This week just came too fast, and I forgot I'm doing something tomorrow. And Friday I'm in Cardiff, and Saturday I'm in Cardiff with the Dykes.
Not only
the lesbians,
did you have something to do, I had a text message yesterday to say I got a dentist appointment 20 to 6 tomorrow anyway. So I was like, oh shit, that worked out kind of well.
I've not had one of them for a long time, so that's going to come in about 2 years. I'll have to go and say, can you take all these teeth out, please, and then give me something that doesn't look like wood,
gold fucking
to replace it.
Yeah, Friday good. Saturday's going to be a great fucking night. We're going to have a really good time. It's going to be party fucking central.
Yeah. I think so. Conway and his missus are going to come on. So Mickey and Mallory are going to be coming on to talk about 90s movies. I'm sure they'll be, I don't know how they're going to do it with no microphone and no computer, but they're going to do it anyway and yell at us through the screen, which will be good.
Yeah. Which is what we're looking forward to. It's gonna be fun. I might watch a few 90s movies. What did I watch last night?
Let's that's a good shout. Let's get in the thing and suggest a couple that we'll all watch before the show.
Yeah. We'll watch a couple.
If we can get, I'll get time to watch at least 2.
Yeah.
So we get a couple of ideas.
We can see what they got on DVD, and we can we'll watch. Sorry.
Yeah, they might be there 10 days of streaming on. But yeah, I'm still enjoying House of Dragon.
I'm 2 episodes behind. It's it jumped, hasn't it? Like 10 years or something.
I haven't seen that one yet, so don't.
Yeah,
it's gonna jump. Yeah, I think they're gonna change the cast twice. I think so. It's gonna jump multiple decades. But it's a great show. It's good. There's some good stuff in there, and I'm also enjoying Rings of Power. Rings of Power. The problem is when they're on together, they're 2 completely different worlds. Like Tolkien's world is much nicer in a way. And Game of Thrones is just fucking, we're gonna rape you and kill you.
Rape, cut your fucking throat, cut your dick off, and away you go. No,
I think
halfway through the new Lord of the Rings program, the first episode rather. I haven't picked it up since I started watching the first episode, but
it's something different. I quite like it, but when they're on together and competing, it is like I prefer House
I
of
know
the
what you
Dragons.
mean.
But
Yeah, and they're both fictional worlds, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but there is some good. There is some darker stuff in the Rings of Power, and apparently the last episode is really good. So I want to catch up after this actually. But I'm a fan.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love.
I've never.
Speaking of fictional things, I was one of my favorite films as a kid was Willow, and that's coming on.
Oh yeah.
Disney Plus now, isn't it, as a show?
Yes, I was going to say they're rebooting it in some way, aren't they? I'm not again. You know, when I hear this stuff now, I used to be, oh, they're not doing that. Disney are doing some good stuff. Oh, and I watched the new Star Wars show, Andor.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
To Rogue One, is it?
Yeah, and it's really good. It's really different. It's really like grimy and dirty, and it's good. Yeah, one of the was it Stellan Skarsgård turned up in the third episode. Great character.
Oh
so,
yeah.
I like what they do. They release 3 to get you hooked, and then it'll be 1 a week.
1 a week, and that's the way to do it.
But I watched. They're only a half hour long, so I watched all 3 Monday night or whatever it was.
Yeah. Definitely, I will watch that one because they made a few spin-off films over the years, and I just haven't really bothered to watch them because they just look shit. But I was impressed with Obi-Wan; that was pretty good, and the Andor trailer looked tight.
The Mandalorian's the best show for me. I think the Mandalorian is the best one. Boba Fett, I didn't like. The Mandalorian was the first show they made. I think it's really good. They're doing a new season of that as well. Obi-Wan was all right, and this one's one of my favorites because it's just so different, and I love Rogue One for that as well. It's just like a different world, different characters.
Yeah. I watched Rogue One in the cinema. That was a good watch. That was quite impressive. Just different,
and they fucking spoiler alert, and at the end they just kill everyone. So it's like that was a nice surprise for a nice happy Star Wars movie. Is that everyone's dying. If you haven't seen it now, you can fuck off. It's like 5 years old.
Well, it's an old film now. Everyone's seen the fucking sequel to it, which is Star Wars: A New Hope.
I'm not sure I've seen Carpenter's Vampires.
It's good. Yeah, it's one of the Baldwin brothers, right? Is it Alec Baldwin in there? It's James Woods is in there. Alec Baldwin.
I will give it 1998.
Yes, it's one of the first films I had on DVD. That was John
Don't give me any. I know I said you can spoil 5-year-old movies, but don't give me any spoilers for this one. It actually looks quite cool.
It's all right. It's pretty good. Not seen it for years. Pictures. In fact, I was thinking about that a couple of weeks ago. So funny you brought that up, Kel. Actually, it's a good watch.
I'm trying to bring up some pictures from it, but it's just Google's being a bit of a dick. Oh, there we go. Think.
Yeah, badass vampire. Here he is. James
Woods. I don't even remember this cover. How the fuck did this pass me by in the 90s?
Alec Baldwin or was it Daniel Baldwin? I can't. One of the Baldwin brothers, anyway. It's it's worth a watch, man. Literally one of the first DVDs I had. Daniel Baldwin.
James Woods. I don't really know any of the others. I might know him by face.
Yeah, they made a couple of sequels to it. I never watched any of the sequels, but this is a good film.
Well, that's an awesome looking scene.
It's pretty badass.
Coming out on the ground, like, yeah. Let me put that on my goddamn motherfucking list here. The list that I never on my phone. I just write movie, and one day I'll have to go and search every time I've put movie or film.
Yeah. Well done, Cal. Good show. Good show. What did you think, Kelly? Did you enjoy it? It's.
And she said to watch the Ocean movie. The Ocean movie. I've never seen any of the Ocean 11 movies.
Oh, the Clooney, Brad Pitt, and
they just didn't really appeal to me. I don't know why. I never really watched. And then they did one with women a few years ago.
Yeah,
Help Diversity.
Girl power, bitch power, man, bitch power. It's just a group of women. It was just a bunch of women just complaining because men went around to help crack the safe.
What a surprise! Yeah, they're like, "Wait, I've got the sandwiches. I didn't know you need the safe cracking."
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I think I haven't seen it.
Hey, Hank PA, Ghosts of Mars. What's this deal? Let me have a
Oh,
look.
that's Ice Cube, right? Ghost of Mars. Not seen it, but I know of it. Yeah, Ice Cube.
2001. Oh, there's some great. I like the makeup in there already.
Yeah, it's one of those things I never got around to watching either.
So we're thinking Pink.
Boom, motherfuckers. Oh, Jason Statham, yeah? Didn't know you had completely... It's a similar cover to John Carpenter's Vampires in a way.
It is, yeah.
And it's kind of like a rip-off of From Dusk Till Dawn cover too, right? It's,
Yeah, they definitely jumped on the bandwagon there. But I am gonna also put that in my goddamn notes. Don't give me any more suggestions though, because I won't watch this. So,
yeah.
Ghosts of Mars,
Beaches.
2001.
Bette Midler.
Yeah, my mum used to watch that. That's where someone dies of cancer, isn't it? She's watching it cry.
You're my hero. Yeah, I think it was a heart disease. I think it was not cancer. Yeah,
it was his last
fucking time. Yeah,
it was his last movie. There we go, failed sci-fi movie. Yeah, well, I'll give it a go if it's good.
John Carpenter's the fucking boy. He's still alive. Yeah, he's still going. He's still alive, isn't he?
I have no idea.
I think he's still alive. And he used to do everything. He used to write the script. He used to direct. He produced the fucking music. He did everything, didn't he?
Yeah, he's 74. I thought he was dead, to be honest with you. I want to sing the theme tune and write the theme tune and perform the theme tune.
I want to do it all, man. John motherfucking Carpenter.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Oh, so yeah, on Halloween I'm gonna watch Halloween. I think I'll watch the original.
Yeah.
By which time I think isn't the third movie coming out soon?
Yeah, I think it's out in a couple of weeks. Halloween.
I might go and watch it. I might go and watch it at the cinema. Is it going to the cinema or is it straight to streaming?
No, it's going in the cinema, yeah. It's I mean the first two were enjoyable. The first
haven't seen the second one.
It's worth a watch. It's
I need to watch it then. I enjoyed the first one. I wasn't mad at it.
It was quite impressive. It did take you back to the original. Yeah.
Yeah, the ending got a bit silly as they always do, but I thought it started well, especially when they killed the kid. That was fantastic. I love that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
yeah, I'm not a put a movie on in the background kind of guy. I'm autistic about that stuff. I'm like, yeah. But what I'm trying to really do now is not have my phone. I'm trying to, it's like just put my phone away and not, because that's how I always watch films and that's how you should watch them. But now it's always, you're always fucking on it and messaging people and on IMDb and stuff. I put my phone away in another room and just watch a film and just get into it because it's the best way.
Shut that fucker off, man.
Addicted to these fucking things, man, and just experience it. That's what you did forever. And now, yeah, I'm on IMDb all the time. Who's that? What else has he been? Fucking weirdo. Or like messaging people that I'm watching it or tweeting that I'm watching something. So
yeah. Speaking of watching shit, you finished Dharma yet?
No, I've got about 3 episodes. Now this doesn't look that bad to there, but I've actually chopped a corner of my finger off.
Oh fuck yeah, you did, yeah.
I just was holding a razor in my hand. Don't ask me why with the blade, and then I took it out of my hand like that. And I'll tell you what, it sliced like a pea-sized lump out of it. I was like, fuck, bleeding everywhere. I had a plaster on for 2 days, and now it's kind of healed over the first part, so I've got it out. I'm just cleaning it. But if I catch it on something or put it in my shoe or grab a glass, it hurts. So I'm trying to I'm walking around like this.
Yeah, trying to just keep it clean, keep it fucking out the way. It's I remember
it's really it's in a right awkward place. It's on like the corner of the end on the side.
It always fucking is on a awkward place.
I didn't notice at first, but I looked in the razor blade and you can see the skin that it took off. it like clogged up in the blade. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, for some reason I needed to sharpen a pencil, but I couldn't find a pencil sharpener. So I went upstairs and I found a razor. I was trying to sharpen it with a razor blade and I just ended up fucking slicing a chunk of my fucking thumb.
Dumb shit that we do. It's just so annoying as well because it's going to cause me it's going to hurt. I think it's going to hurt for like months. Like when I catch it and stuff, it's going to be one of those ones. Like fuck.
Yeah, I nearly took my fucking thumb off a few Christmases back. I had a nice new set of fucking knives, so carving the fucking turkey, and they just literally barely touched my finger because it was a fresh blade. It went And nothing happened at first. I thought, that's cool. It's a slice. And then all of a sudden, the blood just went.
It comes out. And then you feel it after, right?
Yeah, I got through the food. And I remember going on the couch after eating food and I just passed out. Just literally gone. Fucking bandage was covered in blood.
Nice stuff. Yeah. Nice stuff. And yeah, I fucked up the last rites yesterday as well because I was thinking about these two things at once. Oh, I'm looking forward to this podcast at 6:00, and I was thinking, can't wait to go to London at about 4. Oh, like these two things I was planning and thinking about separately, and then I realised I was like, oh, they clash.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pop in for a quick solo one, maybe when I'm in Cardiff or something on Friday or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out before Brock streams maybe, and then back on Tuesday for last rites, ladies and gentlemen, with Shannon something. So we'll have some fun there.
Winning. I'm just thinking, speaking of last rites podcast, when the Queen dies, you should do a 10 days of mourning when the Queen dies.
I could do, yeah. I don't know how Dog does it because that sent me around the bend because I did a Ghislaine Maxwell one, then 9 days with the Queen, then 10th was the drinkathon, and then I had to do one with Shannon with a hangover. So those like 12 days in a row fucked me up. But when I finished, I was like, I don't want to be sat in front of a webcam ever again. And then I had to do a Dykes Mann 2 days later. But
I could see on Dykes Mann last. I was tired anyway, but you was just fucking like,
tough. But I'm all right. I'm fine now. I've recovered now. I'm fine.
It does take it out of you. I think this is the problem sometimes with Napo is he does these like Monday to Friday solid fucking ones, and then he got his Mind Dog TV at the night time. It's fucking wild. No way the guy got fucking stamina, right? I wonder if he's good in bed.
He did a Sunday one at the weekend. I don't know if he's going to do those anymore. Coffee and bagels with the dog, and then he's doing his late night show at some point. We're trying to pair him back to once a week without hiding behind the curtain, without peeking behind the curtain. But it's a wild man.
Didn't know we actually there was a meeting set the other day, and I didn't know until he messaged. He said
because he talked about it on a show, and I think it was just people in the chat that he invited, basically.
Oh,
and I messaged him. So it's like if you didn't see the show, but then I missed it as well. So all good. But there we go. Yeah, well, there might be a late night show with the dog where a few of us will contribute for a little while. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
what the deal is.
We can chuck some shit in. Thank you. Come up with a little sketch, some bollocks.
Yeah, to figure that out. But yeah, we'll do. I know we meant to a year ago, or 6 months ago, but we'll do some stuff together and do some sketches and fun shit.
Yeah,
part of what I want to do is buy some cameras and stuff as well for loads of different things. But yeah, just good quality cameras and all that stuff. Mics.
Definitely going to order myself a Yeti. I didn't know I ordered the cooker, but I just didn't order the Yeti on top. It was like a rush purchase, so I didn't end up getting the microphone. But I'm definitely going to buy that in the next month or two. It's like 130 quid, but I think fuck it. It's like an investment, right? When I've got it, I've got it.
Yeah,
it's an investment, y'all.
It's all good. Yeah, but I want good cameras for when we do get me a job with Raytheon. So you can build like anti-gravity vehicles and hide them from the public.
There's a UFO.
Yeah, so Raytheon's largely a defense contractor, and they've got a highly classified division. So along with Lockheed Martin with Skunk Works as well, make all kinds of cool shit. Losing your grip in reality. Well, I'm not the one to help you. Don't come to me for reality advice.
Yeah. We'll talk you into our version of reality, and then you'll be fucked.
Yeah, none of it's real. No, I'm not. I don't know. I can't encourage violence. I won't say the next bit. Yeah, but after this beer and after this, I'm going to take a little walk up the shop, get some snacks that I don't need to make me fatter, and then watch a couple of TV shows. Yeah, I'll watch a Dharma maybe and Rings of Power and that stuff. I'm enjoying the hell out of Dharma. People are complaining that it's too gruesome. It's like, that's what it should be.
Yeah, that's exactly what it should be. But if I'm honest with you, I was expecting more gore. I think it's the term tastefully done is probably not the right term to use, but I think I think it was done with a lot of consideration in mind, if that makes sense. I think it was done in a quite stylized way, as to not to cause too much controversy. But I think it's a great show. Phenomenal acting in there.
Really, really good stuff, and it's good where it flashes through time different ways and flashes back to different times, and it's done really well. Did think that the child version of Jeffrey Dahmer looks a little bit like your son.
It does with the glasses.
So just call him Jeffrey now.
Jeffrey.
Call him Jeffrey and buy him a rabbit and a hammer for his birthday and see what happens.
And a scalpel knife. There we go. You
want to go get some roadkill, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Yes, please, Dad.
But it's quite good with the dad and everything. Like, clearly he just doesn't want to accept that there's something wrong with his son, right? And for the most part, he just thinks he's into gay stuff. What's in there? Gay stuff? No, I mean, a head is in the box, but...
Yeah. Have you got to the episode yet where his father's like asking to see what's in the box?
Yeah, that's the one I've just watched.
Oh, fucking wild. So you haven't seen the deaf episode yet? The deaf guy?
No, I don't.
No, sorry, I don't give it away. It's just it is an episode of the deaf guy, and it's like that is hard.
I saw him. I saw him talking to that guy, and he's like, "I'll just come into my apartment."
Yeah,
it's read.
I
don't know whether that's going to come into the next episode, but I loved it where he gets the guy from the he gets the guy from the petrol garage, takes him back, and then he escapes, but then they bring him back in. Go, no, it's just my boyfriend. And he's like 14.
Yeah, that's
the cops are like, I don't know, is he your boyfriend? All right, take him in, because they're like, if it's gay stuff, we don't want to know.
Yeah, what did he say as he leaves the apartment? Me and my partner gotta go back and delouse ourselves. If you know what I'm saying. It's like, wow.
Then he talks about his brother though, and then later on you get the episode where he drugs up his brother that he goes to prison for. Jamie, that's a sip. Come on.
Yeah, that's a sip, baby. But it's a great show. In October, they're releasing the Dahmer tapes, right? Because they've done the Ted Bundy tapes, they've done the John Wayne tapes. And in October, they're releasing the Dahmer tapes.
Maybe I missed the John Gacy tapes. What's the Bundy ones?
Yeah, interesting. Speaking of which, Gacy pops up in an episode of Dahmer.
Stop it!
Yeah,
I don't want to know.
Yeah, but it shows the nice side to him. It shows how he was misunderstood, you know.
He was a lot of people think of the clown, but when he was the clown, he was never hurting anyone. He wanted to generally just be a nice guy, because he did something weird when he was young, like with a dead body, and then he laid and held it and stuff, and then he did what he did, but then later he kind of repented a bit as well, and he was like, I'm just gonna help the community and stuff. But he was just such a weird guy.
He was into politics, right? Because he was like what they call it, the Democrats. He was running for like a Democratic seat or something. Gacy was. It's fucking, and he was like on his way to a good political career by all accounts. You just like to.
I need to look into it a bit more. Yeah, I listened to a podcast on him. I think I watched the Netflix thing. I found Boyo Husky, so Brock might not be on because there's Twitch issues. Is that right? He tested out something with Henry Phillips the other day. Well, Twitch got him like a collab cam, so he can bring someone else on the screen with him. Well, first Ken Harris was on, and then I was trying to get on, but he can only get one guest at a time, and he accidentally bumped off Ken Harris, and then Henry Phillips came in, and then Ken was just fuming in the chat. But it was good. It was he just Henry Phillips stayed on there about an hour, I think, and just hung out. And
I like Henry Phillips. I like him. I think he's really
cool.
Fun.
Nice guy.
When we done the Andres Podathon, when he come on, I don't know what it was. It's because I know I know Henry Phillips' stuff. I've listened to some of his stand-up. I listened to some of his songs. They're funny, they're quirky, but I don't know what it was. But when he came on, I was kind of like a bit like awestruck. It was kind of like that's Henry Phillips. Like, you know, Brendan Walsh come on, hilarious, pissed myself laughing.
Didn't feel a thing. Didn't feel it. I don't watch any of Brendan's stuff. I've never seen any of Henry Phillips stuff. Didn't feel a thing. Just some dude in the kitchen to me.
Yeah, but literally, Henry Phillips come on. I just went a bit like quiet. I just didn't know what to say. It was just like, oh, okay.
It is weird at first. But now I feel nothing.
Oh yeah, the last podcast we done for Christine, I mean, we had a good
dude.
chat to him. We had a good fucking blast. He's a fun
Yeah,
guy.
no, he's a good guy. He was on with Hack and then Ericsson and Jackie Martling when Jackie Martling kept knocking his camera sideways. He kept trying to tell a joke. The Wi-Fi was going, then it would be sideways. How do I get this
sideways? Yeah. But Brett Ericsson's fucking was. Oh, what? Because Martin tried to tell a joke. I ain't told that joke in 20 years or some shit.
And you still haven't.
Still haven't. Yeah. Brock just what did he? Brett. What did he call him? He called him an angry roided Joe Biden or something. It's fucking funny.
When because Ericsson got kicked off for there's something wrong with his mic and he wanted to change mic, so I was DMing. Well, I shouldn't. We're on a YouTube show, I shouldn't say. But I was we joke about Jackie. And
okay.
I do like Jackie, but he's he's an old buffoon.
He's a wildcat. I'm a wildcat.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He's just chilling. He's had an interesting life, and now he grows a shitload of weed.
Yeah. Oh, he's in a fucking crust, right? He can retire. Well, he's probably retired now anyway. He's got a nice bit of moolah in the fucking bank, no doubt. For sure, motherfucker. For sure.
For sure. Should we go another 10 minutes and wrap it?
Yeah, might be that. Another 10 minutes. I can hold my piss in for 10 minutes. I think we're gonna order pizza tonight. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds good. I'm supposed to be. I promised my nephew we'd have a pizza night. And I haven't done it, and I can't do it this weekend because I'm away again. So I'll have to do it next week. But yeah, I've been promising that for like 3 months.
Yeah. So what you want to say to him now is say, look, Jamie's got a family of dream crushers, and as it is now, they've become my dream crushers. So I'm gonna have to put off pizza with you. So you've inherited dream crushers. It's a trickle down. It's like trickle down economics. It's
pretty cool. I like being the creepy uncle that'll come around every 6 months in a raincoat.
I endorse that stuff.
I'm wondering whether I should wear my T-Rex shark shirt.
You fucking weird. What do you want to wear, man?
And I'll have to bring even if it's raining or we're inside. I'll have to bring these as well. I think.
Oh, bring the shades. Bring the fucking shades. Yeah, I think it's primarily going to be indoors because it's dropped outside. I've got a couple of gazebos we're going to put up with an outdoor heater, so we can just go out. It's going to be.
Yeah, the temperature's definitely a bit colder, but once you're drunk, who gives a fuck, right?
Who gives a fuck? Because the idea is we're going to have a couple of buckets in the garden filled with ice because the fridge is just going to be fucking overflowing otherwise. So we're just going to put everyone's booze in the garden in ice, just back and forth.
I'll try and bring some ice and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to get something in Caerphilly maybe because bringing it from Cardiff might be a pain. But
no, don't worry. I'll easier for you. Well, what you can do is just message me whatever booze I can get your booze in. We'll sort out later. It's rather than you dragging it to and from.
If you're doing a shop run, yeah, I'll send you some cash in the old bank.
Yes, I'll just buy it and then we'll sort it out. Like
nice, man, nice.
Otherwise, just let me know what you want specifically, and I'll get it in.
I almost don't care. Just get a load of booze, get some booze, get a bottle of something, and a couple of beers. Well, I might bring a little set of beers as well. But yeah, just get a bottle of something, and we'll share that and.
Don't go lugging shit from fucking Cardiff down here. I'll sort that out. Be fine.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I've got to sort all that shit out this weekend. I still haven't sorted out. Well, I'll stay in a shithole on Friday and then try and sort it out. It would be easy if I stay in one place, but then I've got to go from Caerphilly back into Cardiff.
Yeah.
I'm meeting people in Cardiff at like 4 on Friday. People I used to work with, and then the next day I'm meeting them at lunch. I'm meeting someone at lunchtime, I think. So I don't want to. I might stay in Cardiff for sure on the Friday. The Saturday, I don't know. I did bring up getting a night bus home after being drunk at yours, but then I've got to get to Caerphilly and then back to Cardiff. So it's a bit of a pain.
Fuck that, yeah. Obviously, it would have been a couch on offer. My father's coming down with his cancer wife, so we got.
All right, I'll let the cancer wife stay. We'll let the cancer wife stay.
Fucking stay. But it's gonna be good.
Yeah, we'll see. The guest house in Caerphilly is full, and the other hotel was like, how much? But I might just pay it because I'll do my financial planning tomorrow, and I might just pay it. I might just bring the big bucks.
And then I'll get up. Travel lodge. They got a few different fucking things on this way as well.
And on the Sunday, I'm supposed to be Dave Flynn's he's in the new comedian thing at Leicester Square Theatre, I think. So I'm going to go and watch that in the evening. So I'm going to have a fry up in Caerphilly is the plan.
Nice.
It's a shame we're not going to be able to do a podcast together, isn't it? It's not going to work out timing wise because I'm in Cardiff Friday evening anyway, and then I'll be pissed. And then Saturday you've got shit to do, and then it's the party, right? So it's not really practical.
If we did squeeze one in, it'd probably just be on the fucking laptop and the phone. We can share the mic, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to squeeze one in. It's just gonna be too much fucking going on.
You got in the day as well, and then we'll figure it out. We'll do another week, another time.
We'll do it before Christmas.
What we could do a sneaker one. I could just go live on my phone for like a minute.
Yeah. Hi.
And we'll just say we're just going out for a whatever, and just say hi, pigs, and then leave. They like to see us together, the pigs.
They do like it. Just say, you're not podcasting. You know, it's going to have to do like a crack. It's fine.
It's a meeting. It's a business meeting. So that'll be good. And then so I'll be going back into London on Sunday anyway, and I think I'm going straight to a comedy show to watch at like 5. So I've got to leave Cardiff by lunchtime, really. So I'm going to be knackered, hungover, but I'll have to have a couple of beers to get over that. So it's going to be a drinky week this week.
Nice. Oh, it's going to be fucking non-stop fucking boozing. I'm only having a couple of beers tonight and some wine. That's all I've done for the last couple of weeks. Actually, I haven't drunk no spirits at all. But maybe I will have to have a vodka or two tomorrow, and then Friday just to sort of get that in my system. You know, build up a bit of a tolerance.
Yeah, I don't know what my tolerance would be like because I haven't. No, I must have. Oh yeah, the drinkathon last Monday. I've done it.
Nice.
And that was quick as well because I was belting beers in that first hour. I remember Andrew saying, like, you guys, he was like, I want to drink now. You make me want to drink. Because what I really want to, I put out a couple of shorts. There's one of him talking about stand-up and the Man Show, and one of him asking Brock's got dead babes. So I'm going to try and cut out some more of them as well. And there's what I really would like to do is a compilation of me, you, and Brock go getting a beer. Like, I'm just going to get a beer. I'm going to get a beer and just like have that as a clip for a minute. You get a beer. Going to get a beer.
People will probably think it's an hour-long loop, but it's no. This is real.
I'm just going to get a beer.
Yeah, be right back.
Back in a bit.
Back in a bit, bitch. I think next.
I said,
go on.
I'm such a pig. I told you yesterday. The bottles would just by my feet here for 9 days.
Yeah,
I can feel them. I move my chair around and I'm just hitting glass bottles for 9 days.
Clink. I just love the way you just sat there not so long ago complaining about is so little space in that room you're in, and then you was like, I cleaned up my cesspit from last week.
This little square was just beer bottles and Diet Coke cans, just a pile like a fucking absolute animal. So that.
Like the first podathon we did, I remember that the next day, my obviously kids got up ready for school, and they were just. I think I slept on the couch for like 2 hours, and like the Millie took photos of the desk. It was just fucking vodka there, just empty glasses here, just cans of beer, and fucking tobacco all over the desk. I was fuck. I got 20 hours left. This bitch. Fucking hell.
I love the drinkathons, and we'll never not do them. By the way.
Fuck yeah, they're gonna be a regular. Like I say regular, like once every 3 months, maybe. It's
yeah, that's what I like to think. But then sometimes they're a bit more regular because I did after Brock's 24-hour thing. He wanted to. I said, "Do you want to go and do a podcast?" And he's like, "Yeah." So we did. That was kind of a drinkathon, even though we did like 4 hours or whatever it was. We did that. We did the 75th one in July, so it's like 2 months. Yeah, I always think for the 100, but I bet a reason comes up before then as well. I bet a reason comes up.
Andres is cancer free now, right? So he may actually think, "Oh fuck it, let's have a few beers and just." It may be.
I think he still feels. He was saying he still feels like not well. So that means he's not really that he wants to drink.
And he said he had a couple. He said he's had a few beers, didn't he? Spaced out.
4 beers.
4 beers, yeah. But
since January.
But if you've gone that long without drinking, it's not really bothering you. Just the odd one or two. These are the times people usually just say, "Oh fuck it, I've lived without it. I don't fucking need it."
Yeah, and he smokes, doesn't he, as well? So he's like a weed.
Yeah.
Weed guy. So, and he's drunk enough for all of us.
Oh, just a little bit. Yeah.
We will get Brett Erickson as well, by the way. I know we were supposed to on last race. Now that could be half a drink of fun. It could be half a drink of fun because if Brett comes on, I'll be thinking, why not invite Brock?
Well, I mean, if anytime we get Ericsson on or fucking Andrist or whatever, we'll get Brock on as well. Because I was saying with that flannel shirt,
it gives them a more relatable like homeland man as well. And
of course, and they've known each other for years as well. I mean, basically, Brock is he is essentially like always a part of whatever we do podcast wise, whether it's a Dykes Mann last race. He's always got an open invitation. Yeah, he's like. He can just jump on where the fuck he wants.
He always gets mean in the second half and says he's never doing it again. But then he can't wait again. He loves it. He loves it really.
Oh, he's a fucking child, isn't he? When he comes to podcast, he's
I don't get paid for this.
I want to see what these two knuckleheads are doing. But we love him. We love him.
Two Bretts for the price of one, and that's what we'll call the episode, Kelly. 2 Bretts for the price of one.
Nice.
I didn't even think they've got the same name. I didn't even put it.
Do you know what? Again, it's
we're calling Brock.
Yeah, two Bretts for the price of one.
We'll just call it. 2 Bretts for the price of one. Brett. So Eric's going to do weekends because Elon Musk is making him build a secret Mars factory.
That's what I heard.
So Saturdays seem better than Sundays to me. But yeah, so this week is a no. Then we've got like 4 more in October and like 4 Saturdays in November. So if we just give him, he'll be in the desert in November for the first week. So I'll give him like I'll speak to you and make sure you speak to the Dream Crusher first and make sure there's nothing set in stone. Then we'll go to Brett. Give him 6. Give him like 6 dates. And just give him the option. What do you fancy? And then we'll go with that.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be fucking swell. But yeah, again, we'll just say to him, it's come on the podcast. By the way, it's an open invitation. We're going to get Brett on as well. Brett Brock on with Brett Erickson.
And I'm not stupid because Brock streams obviously Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm not stupid why the drinkathons are on that day because So I know Brett's free because let's face it, he ain't doing fucking anything, is he? Apart from drinking on his own. So he might as well drink with us.
Yeah, walking huskies, drawing with crayons and just swigging river beers. It's pretty much.
When he posted the photo of him at the restaurant with Soharu and flying, I was like, it doesn't look right that you're not just sat in a chair in the dark drinking beer.
Yeah, he had a nice clean shirt on. He was clean shaven as well. His hair was all fucking done tidy. It looked bizarre.
Yeah, I hope to have a beer with him at some point. So that'll be weird in person. And like, you're out. Why aren't you just sat in a rocking chair?
Yeah.
What I want to do with Brett is go to a bar in Nassau with him and sit on the bar stools, bar flying at the bar, and we'll just suck down beers until one of us falls off.
Yeah, just Bukowski. And just, don't do a podcast. But basically just get a phone, just prompt it up and just leave it. Just play. Just fucking go with it.
We could Twitch stream it.
You could Twitch stream
just leave it on the end. Just Twitch stream the drinkathon live and don't even refer to it. Yeah, just get hammered.
It's absolutely fucking smashed. Imagine you do that and he doesn't know and just starts blurting out fucking the N-bombs and stuff and talking about how much he hates gay people and dropping N-bombs and all that shit. And it's wild.
Get on the wordplay, Kelly. It's fun. Yeah, the Brett. 2 Bretts for the price of one. Yeah, I don't know. I think it needs a subheading as well. And I don't know if the subheading is just Brett.
2 Bretts, a man and his dyke.
YouTube will probably have a fit over that one.
Bastards.
So I didn't trick any flat earthers to come over to this show because we called it Flat Earth, put a picture of Flat Earth and hashtagged it. So they might come later. So if you are watching this back and was expecting Flat Earth talk, 1, you're mentally ill, and 2, no, not really.
Not really. And money does have value. And like Carl said as well earlier on, if you believe your money has no value, then give it to Carl. And Carl will buy us stuff for the podcast. And where you go. I say stuff for the podcast, beer.
We need when we do get a Patreon up and running, if we start making money, YouTube partnership, it'll supply us with alcohol, cameras, microphones, and day trips.
Vegas day trips.
Yeah, we're just taking a quick day trip to Vegas for 3 nights.
Yeah, just a quick one. I'll be back. I'll be back in a few hours, love. It's yeah. You could easily get away with that. I'm gonna go Vegas for a few hours, but then obviously with the time zone differences and stuff, you can see how people would easily get confused. So 3 days later.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm crashing a bit. We should wrap up in a minute. I think I'm gonna
just go to 1:30.
Finish this.
Yeah, finish your beer. Then finish the river beers.
I got 2 or 3 sips left. We'll do that lightly, and then we'll crash out. Get out of here, you fucks. I'm sure you've had enough after watching 4.5 hours of Flat Earth Napo, and 90 minutes of us. And I'm gonna get some snacks in, and then I'm gonna watch some fucking goddamn Hangover TV, which I think is the best thing to do. I think so. I've just had a bit of steak, right? A nice thin bit of steak. And chips and mushrooms and tomatoes and all that. I kind of want a curry, and I think it's because I'm hungover, and there's nothing like a hangover curry for me. It cleans out the pipes, you get the spices going, you get the blood going, the taste because you get rid of all the taste of the booze.
Get the sweat out. It's all in it. It's all fun. 2 things which are great for a hangover: curry and a pizza.
Oh yeah, pizza's great.
Speaking of pizza,
I remember.
On Netflix, there's a show called The Chef's Table, and they got different seasons. One's about Asian food and whatever, but there's one about pizza. Mate, fucking incredible. Just 4 episodes, and whatever. They're all about pizza. Just beautiful.
What's it called?
The Chef's Table.
I'm gonna write this in paper. So yeah, and the other thing I like is the Taco Chronicles. It's just about tacos, and the first series follows loads of taco sellers in Mexico City. There's a second season as well. It's great. They're short little episodes. The food looks so beautiful, and they just follow how they're made, when they're selling them. They interview drunk people on the street when they're eating them. I never knew there's so many different types of taco, but it's just phenomenal. So that's great. Taco Chronicles and the Chef's Table. I think I might even watch an episode of that tonight.
Chef's Table. The first episode is brilliant, and this guy from New York, he does some of the best pizzas. Apparently, like in the States, he had to stop fucking cooking pizza because he ended up with baker's lung. So from decades of just inhaling flour and smoke and stuff, he had to give up cooking pizza for his health.
Wow. There was a comic who also did pizza tours in his spare time, and Ari Shaffir did like a 5-hour podcast with him why they walked around New York to go into all the pizza places. And this guy can pick up a slice and tell you how hot it was cooked at, what type of ingredients, all this kind of stuff. He just knew everything about pizza. But I don't know if he still does it. But if he does still do it, I'd do that tour. You just walk around for 5 hours, and you get a little slice at each place, and he'll tell you about the history of it and stuff. Phenomenal. And he knows all the places to go, like not the tourist places. There's one, I can't remember the name. They were famous, but then someone brought them out. But then, so this guy's like 90 years old, and he's still kind of making pizza, and his sons. But it's like not Tony's, but it's something like that, right? But you don't go to that one. You go to the little place next door because that's actually him, because he sold the business. They kept the name, and he opened it up as something else. Yeah, and like that's the one to go to. Apparently, it's phenomenal. This guy, he might be dead now, but he was making it, since he was like 12 years old. He was 80 odd, and the sons are taking it over. So it's all like family recipes. They're the best places to find.
Definitely, yeah. Fuck the chains. It's all about the small places. Oh yes.
Yep. Go get a beer, Kelly. And I'm gonna finish this up. Have a pee. I'm a bit tired to go out, but I haven't left the house today. I should stretch my legs and go and get some, I don't know, some chocolate or something before it does me any good.
Stretch your legs, some fresh air, take your rape alarm,
Might go lay down on the road again. Oh, shall I just play that before we go?
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know what I was doing really, but I was hammered.
Yes.
I saw a couple of the tweets I sent. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I thought you looked like Enrique Iglesias. I can be your hero, baby. Oh yeah.
There we go. Gee, you can see from my eyes immediately. Right, let's bring this up.
Oh, it's brilliant. It was. I retweeted it with a thing of, this is my hero. Just perfect. Just crash on the floor on the fucking road. Yeah.
You can see from the eyes straight away. It's just the eyes there.
Class. Is that near your house?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's such a quiet road. There's fucking nothing. Like 2 cars is traffic up there.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking
It's
idiot.
tremendous as fuck.
I'm a fucking idiot. There we go. Entertainment hour. Entertainment hour. So what have we learned? We've learned the Earth is flat. We've learned that
cancer's not real.
Cancer's not real, and neither's YouTube. But if you are on the imaginary platform YouTube, press subscribe, like, and share. Hit the notification bell, and then you'll know when we go live. Normally every Thursday. We're probably going to be 6:30 for a while, and then we could switch back to 6. Particularly when I move, it'll be easier. And I might drop in for a last race hang on Saturday or not Saturday lunchtime maybe, or Saturday morning or Friday night. Figure it out. And then definitely next Tuesday, and I've Dykes Mann with William Conway and his missus next week as well, talking about 90s movies. So come and join, come and hang, and we'll have some fun. But yeah, the hangover is catching up with me now, so I need to go and do shit now. Everyone, have a nice day. Any final words, Jamie?
Don't be a global Earth shill. That's all I can say. Don't be a global Earth shill, and stay on drugs. Really,
you fucking glober.